I'm just sitting here reflecting over the last year. Um, because last year was the first time I brought my in person mentorship into a virtual online mentorship. And so this past year, a small group of dedicated spiritual seekers decided to walk the spiritual apprenticeship path with me, and they they embraced such profound growth and revelation and transformation. Like, this program isn't easy. This mentorship, this apprenticeship, this year long journey with me, this first year long journey with me is very challenging because it is very independent study. It requires deep research on your own. It requires personal trials on your own, but of course with the support of me and the others that are in the program. And it requires discipline so that you can really engage in that communication with spirit. And they honored all of it. They honed in on their spiritual anatomy. They strengthened their mediumship. And honestly, by the end of the year, they had stepped into their power, like fully grounded, wise, and just beautifully conscious individuals. And don't get me wrong, it's not done for them. Like, the journey is still going. And for those who decide to take a year two with me, that journey will continue to go, and I'll be honored to be a part of that second year. But what I'm trying to say is that although this year together with these people were beautiful in its own right, it's a never-ending process. The themes and the things that we discussed are going to be things that they are going to revisit for the rest of their lives, and I hope that they do. That's how you continue to grow. And so, yeah, like, I definitely want to congratulate them for their resilience, for their wisdom, um, and for all that they had been through this year. I wish them well in their journey, and I hope they continue to shine brightly. And I'm really excited about rolling out this next first year apprenticeship program again. Like, I've got new ideas in mind. I've got new discussions, new guest speakers, things like that. And the flower baptism that we do together, where you essentially, you know, bless yourself, bless your mind, your thoughts, your head, and sort of make a commitment to your own personal path and growth, right? That I'm excited to also do, because that is actually in person. Um, but yeah, like, I'm really excited to roll that out as well. That actually, the deadline to register for that mentorship for this year, for 2025 into 2026, that actually ends March 30th. So what are we? We're in February 10th. February 10th. So you have about a month and some change to do what is required for the application process for the mentorship program. Now, the application process is its own separate, like, thing. You have to write me an essay, and not really an essay, just write me an email, basically, that discusses why you want to be an espiritista, why you want to follow the path of, spiritism from this perspective, and what do you hope to gain from this mentorship. Essentially, that's what your paper is going to be about. And then, of course, we do a consultation together, and we get to meet each other, right? You get to interview me, I get to interview you, we get to chit chat, talk, and then I give you a prescription. And that prescription could be anything from, a 5-day spiritual bath, all the way up to, you need to do this particular thing, and wrap this a particular way or wear this particular thing for a certain amount of time or whatever, right? So like the point is that the prescription will be the thing that you then complete. And once you've completed those 3 steps, the essay, the consultation, and the prescription, then you just sit and wait. You sit and wait for your letter of either acceptance or rejection, and we go from there. But all of that needs to be done before March 30th. So what that means is signing up for this program on March 30th will do you a disservice. You'll almost immediately be rejected unless you're some sort of like exceptional person, right? So like all of those 3 things are going to take time. And so from now until March 30th, figure out how you want to do that. But I think the most important thing to remember about applying for any mentorship, apprenticeship program is that when you're applying to a program, or when you're saying, I want to study under you as a particular teacher, you're already telling that person that you have the basic skills, because that part they're not going to teach you. That part you should come to the table with. And so if the basic skills are the things that you might be struggling with, and for my particular program, the basic skills are things like knowing about spiritual anatomy, knowing about spiritual hygiene, knowing about, your energy field, and the different systems, knowing about the different spiritual realms, the different types of spirits in the cuadro, knowing certain things like that is for this program the basics. And if you feel like you don't have a good grasp on that, I highly suggest that you sign up for my spiritual development intensive course first. Complete that course and then sign up for the mentorship program. It's considered prerequisites. You'll have a leg up on most applicants, etc. And that won't be something that we have to waste our time doing at the beginning of our time together, right? So, and that actually, the deadline for that is February 20th. So you got 10 days. So get on that if that's the direction you're going to take, right? But yeah, like just overall, I'm really excited for these graduates, for these students. They are doing, or they have done so well. And this will be their last month. And once they complete this month, c'est la vie, right? And I, again, wish them well, and I wish them congratulations. But yeah, so head over to my website, themagicalsolution.com, if you want to know more about both the intensive program and the mentorship program, because both will be on the website under the tabs classes. Okay. Otherwise, you can drop me a comment, drop me a message, and I'll be more than happy to answer all your questions. Again, my name is Leilani Martinez. This is The Magical Solution, and this is how we grow.